Well, yep, the boats are put away. Hey everybody, Mike from FisherMn here. Glad to be with you again. It's that time of year when we got to put stuff away in Minnesota and get ready for the next season, which is ice fishing season and shoveling your driveway season. You know it's winter when you have your camera mounted on your snowblower. Well, anyhow, every year around this time in early December, I produce what I call my family and friends video, and I like to show you all the family and friends that I got out with this year fishing. So I did get out a few times with family and friends this summer, and the nice thing is when I do take somebody fishing, I can take them in style. My dad, a couple of years ago, bought me a tracker, 60 horsepower, tiller style, said go ahead and pick out what you want, boat, and that's what I get to use. I get to fish in style when I'm taking my friends and family out. Got it out a few times this year. I'm still a kayak guy, but I sure do love it when I can take somebody out fishing. Well, I always get out early in the season with my buddy Chad, and even with everything going on this year, Chad and I were able to get up to Grand Rapids, Minnesota for a fishing trip before our school year ended. Chad works at my school also, and we always have really good luck in Grand Rapids. You know how much I love Grand Rapids if you watch my videos. This year was no exception, except it was a little bit different. Chad and I can almost always count on catching some walleye in Grand Rapids, and this year it was a tough bite for the walleye. But luckily, we have lots of lakes we can go to up there, and we found a lake where we hammered some great big crappies. So here we go. Check out these big crappies that I caught with my buddy Chad. It was just great to find some fish. The night before, we were so disappointed when our walleye spot wasn't producing. But like I always say, there's always something biting in Grand Rapids. Well, Chad and I got out quite a few times during the summer. We had a nice day for some sunfish, and I've already produced that video, so I'll link it up there somewhere. I called my buddy Chad the panfish expert, and he really proved it this summer. We found some big panfish. So that was early on in the summer. A little bit later in the summer, I was able to get out with him and our friend Caitlin from school. Unfortunately, this year she's working at another school, but Caitlin wanted to get out fishing, and we were happy to take her. We had another surprise visitor in the boat that day, and that's Ryan, Chad's son. So we had a full boat. I brought him to a lake that was hot the week before, and this day, that lake had turned green. We had one of those dead calm, super hot days, and we just did not get a whole lot of fish into the boat. But we did have some fun. So here's what that day looked like. Brought the necessities today. When you're asking friends to get up this early, you gotta bring some incentive. Caitlin, tell us about your perch.
It's a little guy.
It's a little guy. All right, Ryan. Good release.
Nice release. Oh.
Good job, Caitlin. Proud of you. Chad and I sure do miss Caitlin at our school. In fact, everybody at our school misses Caitlin. But you know what? Sometimes changes happen, and Caitlin's really happy where she's at, and we're happy for her. Chad's son Ryan is going to be a great fisherman. We just didn't get on the fish that day, but he was a lot of fun to have in the boat. He kept an otherwise slow day going with his energy that day. Great to have him in the boat. Great to be with all of them in the boat. Now you'll notice I haven't used my big boat yet in the Friends and Family Week. Chad's always so generous about using his boat. I know he likes to get it out and use it. So my next friend that I fished with was a huge help to me. I hadn't gotten my boat out. A lot of you know that the summer got started a little bit later fishing wise for me. And my buddy Don, he really helped me get the boat out and put it through its paces. Don and I took a trip up to Mille Lacs. We fished Mille Lacs and a couple other lakes around there. So it was a chance for Don and I to put the boat through its paces. And that's what you got to do. I know my kayak inside and out. With a motorboat, I'm still learning. And it was great to have Don in the boat because he's a pretty experienced boat fisherman. Now, we didn't catch a lot of monsters, but we did put some fish in the boat. So here's what my trip with my buddy Don up to the Mille Lacs area looked like last summer. Always fun to hang out with my buddy Don. Don and I played baseball together back in the day in high school. My buddy Don has continued his love of baseball through coaching, so that's probably why we don't get out as much as we could in the summertime. So every year we say the same thing. We're gonna try to make it out more next summer together. Also, we have a big trip coming up in December. We're gonna go and tour the St. Croix Rod Factory and MEPS Spinner Factory over our winter break. So that should be a lot of fun. I may even take some footage and put together a video about it. So if you've ever thought about doing that, that might be coming up on the channel. So all you've heard of right now are friend videos, but I also did get out with a family member this year, and that was my brother-in-law, Dave. We wanted to take my niece out. You've seen her if you've watched my Friends and Family video. But Kate's really busy these days. She's working, so we weren't able to get Kate out. But like my buddy Don, I want to put her on the list for next summer because I know she loves to fish. She does get out fishing in other places at times. So Kate, we got to get out fishing next year. My time with my brother-in-law Dave on the water was great. Dave wanted to kind of learn about the boat because he has an aging father, and he ended up taking the boat out with his dad and his dad's buddy. And let's just say the combined age in the boat of his dad and his dad's buddy was well over 170 years. So he was nice enough to take them out and get them fishing. Dave and I had a fun day when we went fishing also. Here's what that looked like. Dave with another species. Let me get up close there, Dave.
You don't need to be so close. I mean, come on, it's huge.
It's a monster. Look at that. Anybody can catch a big fish, but Dave has proved he can catch any size fish.
Super sensitive touch.
A bullhead and a 3-inch perch. That's a good day of fishing. Dave called it. Said he was going to get a bullhead today.
And what you gotta do is you gotta miss all the other game fish and go for the bullhead.
The bullhead, the pretty ones. Look at them.
The pretty ones. Mwah.
I always love seeing a new species in the boat. The first bullhead in the power boat.
Nice. Here we go.
Good job, Dave.
This might have been one of the tougher ones to get in because the way it fought, it felt almost like, I don't know, like a minnow fights when you're
nothing.
Yeah. It's a good one though, and I don't know if you notice, it's a nice little largemouth bass. There we go.
Good job, Dave. Nice crappie. Got one on the boat. More to come. Hopefully. Good job, Dave. Dave's another one of those great guys to have in the boat, just having fun talking about whatever. And also, he is probably one of the handiest guys I know, so he was able to help me work through some of the issues I was having with the boat. So Dave's another addition to the fleet of friends I have to help me with my power boat and get out fishing whenever we can. So I got another buddy, Dan, and Dan is busy kind of with his own business. He's in the school field, and he has written 2 books now. So Dan's always either editing a book or figuring out new ideas for his books, but Dan and I were able to get out fishing. And I have to tell you, it was one of the most interesting days of fishing ever. Dan's great to have in the boat. We got so much to talk about all the time. We caught absolutely nothing except one monster. And I'm just going to show you a tiny little clip of it, and then later in the year you will see the full video of what that mystery monster fish was. I don't think I could have had a better person filming me catching the fish, because my buddy Dan was probably as excited as I was when I caught it. So here's parts of what that day with my buddy Dan looked like. I cannot even lift this thing up. 6-pound test. I got a 2-inch grub. I've got something I can't even lift on here. So exciting. So make sure you tune in to that very exciting biggest fish of the summer that came when I was fishing with my buddy Dan. This was a nice year to fish with family and friends. I've talked about it throughout the whole season. Dad passed away this year, and he's probably the one person I was hoping to get out in the boat this summer, even just for a ride. He never did get to ride in the power boat he got me, but somehow I feel like he's with me on every trip. Well, this is a little break from the fishing videos I've been putting out on Saturdays, but don't you worry, I still got a pile of them on my computer to produce. I've got quite a few late summer ones left, and I've got some really good fall fishing this year. I'm pretty excited to see how those videos turn out, because I finally figured a few things out, not everything, a few things out in the fall. Thanks so much for watching this video. I appreciate all of you, and thank you for your comments. Thank you for all the interaction I've had with you over the year on the videos and the well wishes and the good tips that you've given me. I just really appreciate all of you watching these videos. I'll see you on the next one.